Welcome back to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. What have you missed? So much. Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports getting our technical difficulties in order. It's a 6-4 ball game. Gray Hills Little League has stormed to life. They're like the New York Giants. They play better when I'm not watching. So Scott and Nick, I'm not even going to say your last name because I can't because your own friend butchered it. So Scott from Nationwide Bus Charters, I'm going to turn it over to you guys. I'll play-by-play in color. Let everybody know what they missed.
Thanks a lot, Danny. Thanks a lot. Yes, I don't think that I don't think they want you broadcasting anymore after that comeback that we just saw. Started off real rough for Gray Hills, going down real fast, real early. Everybody, even the crowd, is cheering for me. And as soon as Danny's feed went out, Gray Hills went on a run, right, Nick?
A little bit of a run. Yeah. They had a little rally. I believe it was the second inning. They put up a 4 spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody cares, but yes,
cares. That's a nice hit. Who's that? Nico Iannacco. Did that drop?
Sure did, fellas. Nico dropped that one into right field.
He's a good little ball player, that kid.
He's got himself a single. We're back up and running here in part 2, like hot shots. We went out. We're back online, and, we're here for the community and Upstart Sports Network, so doing the absolute best we can under the elements to document this and let it live forever.
So who do we have now? Justin O'Donnell up to the plate? Is that who it is?
I got number 23, Scott.
Yeah, Justin O'Donnell.
What is this, man? Has he got a favorite food or something, this kid?
Yeah, Justin O'Donnell. I mean, I'll tell you, most of these kids' families have to eat, have to have 3 or 4 jobs to feed them. But his favorite food is Italian, which is, most of humans on this earth's favorite food. Italy is
just Italian in general?
Yeah,
I just like Italian food.
Yeah, I read something the other day that Italy is one of the most sought-after places for their food. Fun fact.
Well, the 2-0 misses low, so it's 3-0, 1 out, 1 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Bottom 4 already. So he was
Coach Myers was warming up a pitcher, too. It looks like maybe he's going deep into his bullpen tonight. Maybe it wasn't his game plan, Scott.
No, well, like we said, this not necessarily do or die, but they have to get this one. They have to get this one. Who do we got?
We have Bird the third up.
Oh, yeah, Hobby Bird. Hobby Bird's favorite food is cheeseburgers.
That's also an unbelievable, like cheeseburgers, like Italian cheeseburgers. Why say what cheeseburger when you could just say all cheeseburgers? Why say one specific Italian dish when you could get them all?
Why, they make an Italian cheeseburger?
But let's,
Yo.
Now we're talking.
Now, what are we doing here, boys? Here's a pop-up going right field, thank God, not left field where all the cars are.
Harvey's dad is actually my daughter's coach for the 11U All-Stars. It's another little fun fact. As well as a Met fan. I know you guys don't want to hear that.
That's tough for people that are Mets fans. I try not to ridicule them too much. They've been through a lot in their life.
Scott loves the Mets.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought you were about to pull out a flask. I didn't know you were taking off your glasses. I was like, dude, it's okay, man. It's only June.
You want to start? Well, this is it. Usually June is when, we hang up the towel.
Well, welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. It's companies like Windows, We Are, Calco Roofing, and a bevy of others that you see on the bottom line, one of which, Nationwide Bus Chartering Company, joining us live in studio right now for this broadcast. 2 men on for Gray Hills Little League, trying to threat with the leading runner at the plate. Nick, it's tough for me to keep control of you in the studio. You're going to have to stop talking so much.
You want me to talk a little more?
Yeah,
Scott tried to control me.
No.
If I get going, I could just...
No. After having Verdi's Pizza in here the other day, brother, you do whatever you want.
Verdi?
Yes. And one of his sponsors. Great guy.
That's right.
Anyone that brings pizza to the booth, to me, is a great guy.
Yeah, you don't have to do much to win us over.
Absolutely not.
I'm sorry I didn't bring a bus.
Now that would have been a good friend.
Burst in like the Kool-Aid man and park your bus in
But I want
center
to thank
field.
Snug Harbor. They did charter a couple buses from us last Friday night for the skill competition, so we do appreciate that.
That's awesome.
That was the bus that we were making fun of.
I know. No,
Had one wheel? Did it have one wheel?
Let's not talk about it.
As you can see, the bases are juiced right now for the home team. Great kills, big money on the board. Can they capitalize?
Is that a surprise?
Squeeze.
And a
Coach Myers laying
squeeze.
down the bunt.
But they are able to step back on home plate, so it doesn't work
an out.
out. That's an out, right?
That's an out.
It's unfortunate.
They go
Coach
to
Myers does like to bunt.
The squeeze doesn't work. Sometimes small ball pays off, but you got to think with
Down
one
6-4?
out, 6-4, one out, bases loaded, let him swing away, right?
I totally agree with
Is that
that.
his number 1 up too? Who's up right now? What's the number?
Yeah, I'll get it for you. That's number 12, I believe.
42.
Oh, 42. Okay.
His name is
Dominic
Mercurio.
Mercurio.
Actually lives on my block. Kid plays ball every day outside. So I'm rooting for Dom.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it. Little insider tip. Oh, chin music. So Dom has to hit the deck.
And he's going to be tough to pitch to. What's the count right here?
Well, the count is 1-1 right now. I'm going to update you. You know, you guys can't see the scoreboard. And, this
he's
is
coming.
Oh, ball gets away. Runner comes home, and he's safe. O'Donnell with a heads-up play on the base pads, and Great Kills gets another one. It's just a 1-run deficit now, 6-5.
It's amazing these kids, they play their hearts out.
He was aggressive. That was definitely a good move right there. I think the next guy's coming, too. He's looking for a wild pitch.
Yeah, I think he's looking to steal a couple.
Good cut.
So what do you think's going through Paul's head right now as he's viciously standing there on third base?
How we
Looking to
used to
control
kick dance,
the tempo?
maybe? How we used to go in the circle and kick
You
dance
think
a little
so?
bit? A little bit.
We've got to get an interview with him after the game, Dan.
Ooh.
Hit him?
Yeah, he ate it. He ate it. Tough kid. See that?
Wow, he's a little guy, too. Where does he eat, Dominic?
Sorry, I had to bring it up on my YouTube, and then you guys all heard yourselves for a second. What's going on there?
Who the hell is he's got a wire on him, this guy.
I know.
You know his favorite play is Jackie Robinson. You
Is
know
it
that?
really?
Yeah. Gotta respect that kid.
Some good coaching here from the first base coach for Great Kills. Letting his
was
players know
Mercurio's
what
favorite
time it
player?
is.
What's that?
That was Mercurio's favorite player?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you meant Dan's favorite player.
No. Danny's favorite player. Who's your favorite player?
All-time favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's tough. I was a big fan of Donnie Baseball.
Sure.
Me
sure.
too. Me too. Scott knows that.
As soon as he left, they won.
Yeah, it's tough, you know.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Craig Nettles.
Well, here's number 13. I believe this is Althoff for Snug Harbor, and Althoff is a big name on the North Shore of Staten Island when it comes to athletics. Got a bunch of kids, I don't know, cousins. They're taking over the Althoff family. Pop off into left field is a can of corn for Snug Harbor. They hold Great Kills at bay, 6-5. We're going to we call it the 5th inning. More All-Star Baseball when we come back. We got a game, boys. Nobody cares. Welcome back, everybody. Great Kills had some small ball in the middle of a rally that's highly controversial around these parts in an all-star game for bragging rights seemingly across all of Staten Island. I'm not trying to say that you're playing under a microscope, but you're certainly coaching under one, boys. Coming in, hopefully that don't burn them going down the stretch in this game.
That's going to be talked about a lot tonight.
You know, I see it all too often with these boys in Great Kills. They love to play the small ball. They love to play the small
It's an
ball.
all-star thing. They,
Right.
you know, a lot of kids, a lot of bunting, but in that situation, I don't know. Loaded bases down 2.
I guess you've been around the game, you've coached. I just don't get it. I feel like at this age, let
And you
these
know what,
kids swing.
Scott? Everybody hates when their son gets the bunt sign.
Of course, because my son can hit home runs. Why would you give him the bunt sign?
That's how you look on screen, with all your logos and stuff like that.
Danny,
Thank you very much.
Dan, it looks fantastic. You're doing a wonderful job.
So this is shout out to everybody out there. If you're tuned in, make sure you like the video, comment, tell people about it. Nobody Cares Sports is out here, and we're working with all these great sponsors, one of which joining us right here in the studio, Nick from Nationwide Bus Charters. He would have brought a bus if we told him to, but we didn't. That's our fault, all right? We could have broadcasted right from the inside of the bus. It would have been unbelievable. But instead, he's joining us with some great, insightful color commentary here at Great Kills Little League. I'm Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports. Scott Sotero joining us from Too Many Topics Media. Nick, what's your last name, Nick?
Forget it.
My last name?
Forget it? All right.
Nobody cares.
No, it's all right. Just say it one more time. I'll get it.
Varichelli.
Varichelli.
Yeah, Nick Varichelli.
It's not that hard, Scott.
No, it's not.
You butchered
Cian
it.
Ceruso.
He's a jokester. That's what it is.
Cian Cerusto?
Yes.
Cian Ceruso.
Yes.
Cian
Ceruso.
Ciaruso. You want to say
Yes.
Cian, the
Yeah.
Italian way?
Never mind.
Cian
Forget it.
Ciaruso.
Just back to the game.
Call me Nick.
Thanks, Nick.
So it's Althoff on the mound again. He's dealing number 13. There was a little Althoff on Althoff crime right there. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah,
I didn't notice.
that's what I was talking
You
about.
think they're related?
I think they're related.
I got to stop paying more
They're
attention.
taking over the island. That's what I think. I was
Why are
trying
you
to
guys
say.
standing up? Should I be standing up?
No, I understand that we're probably making you nervous, Nick, and I get
Why?
that.
He gets me nervous when he stands up because he's such an imposing
So I like
fella.
that camera on this way, but I understand you might be recording. But
No, whatever you
I like it on this because we're able to switch it and show. Right now, we're showing the bookie working home plate cam, but
How's
we're
that?
able. That's great.
Fantastic.
It is a bunt.
Listen, we're here to make this broadcast the best that it could be. And thanks to sponsors like Nick that allow us to do that.
I completely agree. If it wasn't for guys like him, I would just be sweating for no reason.
Absolutely.
Right? Instead, I'm sweating for a cause. You know what I mean? It's almost like a telethon.
Yeah, I feel like every time I see you, you just got out of a spelling bee.
Yeah, no. I look like I should be in a pig trough getting some sort of bath, but here we are. It's a 6-5 game for those of you wondering at home because we don't have the graphics on screen. 6-5, Snug Harbor with a 1-run lead in the top of the 5th inning. Scott, what do you see this inning if you are Snug? Snug came out and just punched Great Kills right in the chops, right? And Great Kills came back while we were on a power outage with broadcast, and they posted 4 runs on the board and another one after we came back live. So we were in a heavyweight bout for all intents and purposes. What started out as maybe a blowout, I think Great Kills got it together, and this is anybody's ball game right now, boys.
To your point, Danny, in Little League sports, that's what it's about. It's about taking a shot and being able to stay with it and come back, and that's what these kids are doing right now. They're showing resilience as they just tried to pick the player off at second, but they were unsuccessful.
It was a line drive to third. It was off Ricky Berman's glove. Shortstop made a good play.
Yep.
Scott, we got no outs here, Scott.
Nicky, right now we have no outs.
This is a bunting situation right here, Scott.
Yeah,
They need
first
this.
and
They need this run. What I tell
There
you.
he is.
What
There
I
he
tell
is.
you,
Yeah.
Scott.
He lays it down.
Listen,
And
it's
that's
a
why we
lost
have guys
start,
like you.
Scott.
That's
It's a
why we
lost
have
start.
guys like you in the
You
booth.
love to bunt. You don't remember playing wiffle ball? You kept bunting on me in the street.
There's not many bunters like me,
There's
Nick.
not a lot of wiffle ball bunters.
Not the way I used to do it. And he squares again.
Oh, now 2 strikes.
yeah.
Now you're in the hole.
No, now he's got to swing away, and this is
Gotta
what Little
swing.
League's about. Let him swing away. So we're in the top of 5.
Even a ground
Snug's
ball,
gotta-
even a ground ball to the right side. Get that runner over to third, Scott.
Danny's out of his mind leaving me in charge of this thing. I think he doesn't care about the play.
Am I getting paid for this?
No, absolutely
Holy,
not.
how-
Everybody knows nobody gets paid. Nobody cares. Nobody gets paid. That's the. We might even get a hot dog out of Great Kills.
Wasn't your
before this
favorite-
is over?
Who's your favorite Met?
Mookie Wilson.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was Joel Youngblood.
Joel
Remember
Youngblood.
Joel Youngblood?
Nails is my favorite. You know that. I used to take stock tips from him back in the day.
Oh boy.
So
Lee
we have-
Mazzilli.
So 1 out.
You remember Lee Mazzilli's cousin, right?
Of course, he plays for the Ferry Hawks now. His son.
Does he really?
I think he had something to do with them. Maybe they signed him last year.
Look at this. Althoff versus Althoff right now. Again.
Yeah, like he
1
said.
out,
that's a-
first and second. He didn't move the runner over.
No, he failed it when he tried to lay down the bunt twice. and was unable to execute.
Oh,
There's a shot. Oh, just over the outreach glove of the second baseman. He rounds third, coming home. The throw, he is safe. The runners advance down to third and second.
that was a big hit.
Yeah, that was a big
hit.
Snug picks up another one. 7-5. Runners now are on third and second. 1 out.
1 out, second and third.
So what do you think here? Who do we have? We have,
What's this there? 2-hitter?
yes.
This is going to be a battle right here getting through the top of the lineup. I think these are the kids that came through in the first inning.
Oh, yeah, these are the kids that were mashing. That's one thing. You got to give these kids credit. You know, they're swinging the bat. And here we are. Grounded to first. Checks runner home.
Safe.
He's safe at the plate.
Oh, I thought he had him.
I did too.
Is there instant replay here? Do we have instant replay?
Can we go to the bookie for the instant replay? I don't think the bookie's got an instant replay for us, but it was a bang-bang play. Could have went either way. Snug sneaks out another one, 8-5. Top of 5. 1 out. Oh, no, 2 outs, right? Sure.
Scott, I wish I could see you a little better.
Yeah, I wish I
Probably
could.
be a little more helpful to you,
No, it's just
but I'm all right.
I'm dependent on the scoreboard person to be accurate for us to be accurate. 1 ball, no strikes. Olthoff still dealing. Top 5. Tell you how, what's the kid got on pitches? 74. He might not. This might be his.
No,
last.
he just started. This is his first inning, so he can't be at 7. Maybe the Snug Harbor pitch is at 74.
Yes, Snug's at 7. Isn't Olthoff pitching for them too?
There's an Olthoff for Snug.
Yeah, there's too many Olthoffs. They're throwing me off. There's just a gaggle of Olthoffs on the field right now. You got to give it to them. They have a family of athletes,
They're
right?
Ball plays.
Yeah. So it's a little outside 3-0.
Can't sleep on the North Shore, Scott.
No, that's what he said earlier.
People
about
want to sleep on the North Shore. You know, you still got some ball plays out down there.
Gambino draws the walk.
Is that Gambino?
Yep.
I mean,
What do we got? I can't hear. What's that guy's name? Shepard?
Bob Shepard?
Doing the announcing for us? I can't hear Bob Shepard.
I'll try to help you out. This is Oh, that's great.
No, this is Snug Harbor. Snug Harbor's is that, what'd you say, number 2? What's it, number 14, James Stern? Oh, no, this is Jason Yolandi.
Stern was just up.
Yeah, Jason Yolandi, 26.
Oh, that was a shot, Scott.
Yeah.
Look up in the air. Where's that?
Center field, nice catch. That's the end of the inning.
We got 2 innings here for Gray Kills. 2 innings to make something happen.
Yeah,
What does Coach Myers do?
Mid-5. Snug still leading 8-5. Let's see. He's going to have to pull some sort of a rabbit out of his hat. You've been here before. What do you think?
Need a couple of base runners. Do you take a pitch, Scott? What's the kid's pitch count right here?
74.
I think you got to take a pitch.
Yeah, I think
See what they have in the bullpen.
Well, they were hitting him last inning, so I mean, obviously
He's got 11 pitches left. Maybe you take a pitch, take a strike. I don't mean take a pitch, take a strike.
And what is this, third time through the lineup?
Yeah, well, there's a new rule this year. What do you think about that? A lot of controversy with the rule that 12 plays, everybody's got to hit.
Right, that's this year?
That's this year right now going on. So the whole lineup's got to hit. So it takes away from the top of the lineup. So your best hitters aren't getting up. I guess the 1 to 4 hitters may lose in that bat because you got to bat the whole
12.
There's no more subs.
Now,
One at bat rule.
Yeah,
it's
so there's no one at bat rule
straight
anymore.
through,
Okay.
and the kid
Everyone's
don't have
got-
to play the field.
But isn't that how it always been?
No.
You had to have one at bat.
Yeah, I had to have 1 at bat, but you would bat 9, and then maybe 3 or 4 kids would be subbed out.
Okay,
You'd have a
so
kid
you're
batting-
married to that kid.
The married
Gotcha.
rule. There was a lot of coaching involved, a lot of yelling, screaming, making sure you get kids in the game.
Oh.
Now they don't have to do that any longer. But
Yeah, I actually coached this year. My son, I got suspended 3 times because I wasn't sure how that rule worked.
Did you really?
Yeah, could you
Oh, that
imagine?
must
I think I
probably
broke the record.
embarrassing, right?
No, not at all. I take pride in it because I care about the kids.
Hey, come
And that's all
come
that
in here.
matters.
Come in here.
So we got more visitors coming in.
He left.
So now
that
what do
was
we got?
that was Nicky Berman, Ricky Berman's brother. I call him Nicky Dubs.
Nicky Dubs.
A lot of doubles in his career.
Oh, I used to watch that kid play. Sure.
You've seen him play.
Another one of your son's
Very
co-stars, right?
Yeah.
So we got bottom 5. Grey Kills is going to have to do something here. And
We
it
got,
look- and it
we
looks
got
like
Pascal up. We got was that Stefan Pascal?
Stefan's up. Let's see what's okay, we're gonna have to do something here. So we got 2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4's up.
Right, yeah.
So, you
So
got
if we're gonna do anything,
Who we got up? We got Pascal.
we got Pascal, Paul, and Trottalone.
All right. So this is the inning right here.
They're gonna have
This
to make
is the
something
inning.
happen.
Let's make it happen.
So Snug comes.
Snug came to play tonight.
Absolutely, they come to play all the time.
They came to play.
So let's see what number 10, Stefan Pascal, has. Another Yankee fan. What do you think? What do you think his favorite food is?
Pizza.
Close, pasta.
What
Right?
kind? What kind of pasta?
No, just pasta.
pasta,
I'll tell you, they're very generic.
Boil the
these guys.
water and
Yeah,
that's it. Just a little pasta.
Yeah, it's like pasta, steak.
Oh.
They're not very.
You remember? That's how I ate every growing up.
I
Pasta
guess.
and macaroni and beans, macaroni and butter.
Some of these kids,
Yeah.
they like filet mignon. I says, wow, the parents better have a couple of jobs.
Yeah.
At
It's
filet
the
mignon.
new generation.
Yeah.
Filet mignon.
Nice. How much filet mignon did you have when you were a kid?
I had the wish refrigerator, Scott. I wish there was
I had
something in
filet
there.
mignon.
Remember when I used to open that up? I wish there was food in there.
We got a little bit of a delay in the game right now. That's why we're bantering back and forth, waiting for Snug's pitcher to get set. Seems to be some sort of discussion at home plate with the umpire, and Grey Kills is asking, his hands in his air, what is going on as well. I hope he doesn't say anything about our broadcast. Is that what's closing the show tonight? I hope Dan's not down there. The bookie
Well,
said something to
do you-
somebody, maybe?
Do you think the coaches are listening to us?
Of course they are.
Really?
There's a lot going on that field right now.
Something's going on.
A lot
Look
going
at this guy. Oh,
Had
that's
it come-
the umpire.
Had it coming off the field. Kids are huddling on the mound. What do we got going on?
Something up top.
Yeah,
It might be your cameraman, the bookie.
Are they going to the? Yeah, they might. They might have a problem with the bookie.
He's looking at him.
Is he shaving points again? No, I'm only kidding. We frown upon any gambling going on in youth sports.
Should I open that door?
But the bookie is, I don't know. Somebody knocking? Hope they're not knocking for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a little bit of a delay right now because of some antics that are going on the field that I cannot actually make out what's going on. But it looks like there is some sort of a pause in the action, and a bunch of managers with their arms crossed, and they don't look happy. Another man trying to explain
Maybe they're debating the pitch count.
his side of the story.
Could that be?
I don't know, Nick. This is my first time.
Oh, here comes Rob.
Yeah, I truly don't care. I'm just doing this for the fun of it. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to help out youth sports. What Danny's doing with Nobody Cares is phenomenal. He's got some really great, and I guess this is a great time to thank the people that support him, from Calco Roofing, Birdie's Pizza, Ferry Hooks, Too Many Topics Media, St. Peter's Boys High School, Nationwide Bus Service. As you know, Nikki's in the booth
Bus
with
charter,
us right
Scott.
now.
Bus
How do you say it?
Nationwide bus charter.
Nationwide Bus Charter. And what is that? If I'm looking to get a bus to go
Anywhere.
somewhere?
We're nationwide. We charter buses for whatever you need.
Right. So I want to
Ball
take
games.
my grandmother to Atlantic City. You're the guy.
Yeah. And do a little Atlantic City runs, whatever it is, whatever you need to do. We do a lot of sports teams on Staten Island. I like to shout out the Ferry Hooks, who we are responsible for the Ferry Hooks, and we do provide bus transportation on all their road games. Another shout out I like to give to St. Peter's High School. St. Peter's we do a lot of business with, and we take all their sports teams to their games, and they did win the championship this year, St. Peter's.
Oh, wow. Shout out to St. Peter's.
They did
That's
win the
fantastic.
championship.
So this is a very, close-knit community, as you can see.
I try to keep it close.
Fantastic. So you're doing a lot of work with the Ferry Hawks as well. Oh, and my boss is back. He's coming back in like a bat out of hell. There's some sort of a... I don't know if it was the bookie or if somebody
Something going on out there,
was the
Dan.
problem. I'm not quite sure, Dan, what exactly is going on, but it looked like men had their hands
So
up in
here's
the air.
what's going on, Phil. Is there was a bit of a miscommunication on the field, right? I was listening to the feed, all right? I went outside to make sure that the feed was okay, and I was listening to you guys crushing it, number one, doing a great job.
Thank you.
Then I heard...
Liar.
Then I heard, well, I think there's a problem with the bookie, and they're all pointing at the camera, right? And I turned around, and I was like, oh, my God, they are all pointing at the bookie. And I was like, this is bad. Like, we're definitely getting kicked out. So I ran up there. I get up into the camera nest. I'm like, bookie, we're getting thrown out because all the umps are standing around him. And he's like, no, not me. Not me, no problem. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. What's going on? He's like, they're pissed off at each other. I'm like, that's a great inside report, right? Basically,
Thanks for that insight.
underneath us is Snug Harbor.
Right.
They were upset at a Great Kills coach that didn't call timeout, I believe. So there was no timeout called on the field, but the coach had moved his way over towards the opponent's dugout while there seemed to be like a dead ball situation. And in that, there was a lot of, why is this person on this side of the field? Are you stealing signs, things of that nature? You understand what I'm saying?
Story about stealing signs.
So that's what kind of, I'm not saying that is what happened, but that's pretty much what happened, because when I got over there, I heard like, well, what is he doing on this side of the field if there was no timeout called, which is what I heard. All right. So I think it comes down to like, maybe they're just being a little overprotective of their sidelines.
I can tell you this. These coaches, I don't know any. Never been accused of stealing any signs. They wouldn't.
100%. You know what I mean?
Isn't
played
this
with one of the
11-year-old
coaches.
baseball? What are we talking
Well,
about?
this is sports, man. Sports is great everywhere, and it's competitive. You know what I
Scott.
mean? So you're looking to win no matter what.
Scott, you know my problem. I got OCD. Remember kissing up to God? Did I tell you the story where
Yeah, but we're
in
talking
Jersey
about
when
12-year-old kids stealing signs.
they
Is that
accused me
really
of stealing signs because I was kissing up to God, and I'm religious. Before my son got up, you know what I do.
Oh, yeah.
You're
a freak.
trying to get me off the field.
Yeah, because you were
He
having
asked me to leave.
he thought you were having an epileptic
They
seizure.
accused me of.
It's unfortunate.
I do this a lot.
Yeah.
And,
And what does that look like to you?
Well, that's all right.
Tomato.
Sir, you're hired full time here at Nobody Cares. I want you to know
I
that.
started doing the Scott. I went in the did I tell you the whole dugout? I'm religious. I got OCD. Shout out to Eric Haig.
So,
I know you're
gents,
listening, Eric Haig. Shout out.
We got a pitching change on the mound right now, all right? So Althoff is done. Donahue's on the mound. I want you to know I seen Donahue pitch. This kid is a horse, all right? He throws absolute gas. Absolute gas. And you always talk about, of course, he has to throw gas. They're so young, kids this age don't throw curveballs and stuff like that, right? It's important that people like that understand that are watching at home that might not be fans of Little League Baseball. Kids are young. They don't throw these off-speed pitches because it's not good for their arms. So all the pitchers, they're really just working on location. They're working on framing pitches, with their catcher and moving the ball around and working the plate. But different speeds from different athletes in size and how they deliver the ball, this kid is a horse. And Great Kills has their work cut out for him. Down 8-5 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Nobody cares. Back to you, boys.
No, this kid was the kid that had that shot to left center earlier today. He is. I don't like to use the word big business.
We already got big business.
Yeah,
You can't be more than one.
Absolutely not. But if somebody's going to be a close second, to say.
I still want to know what happened.
And believe me, so does YouTube and Facebook, sir.
Yeah, I tried my best to try to keep our viewers intact of what was going on, but I had no clue what was going on myself.
What signs could have they been stealing?
Well, now that's speculation on Nobody Cares Sports part, right? So I want to make that very clear at home because I'm real easy to be like, hey guys, I made this up, right? Because I went over there and all I heard was, well, if there's no timeout call, what is he doing on this side of the field? So I'm only speculating, right?
Maybe he had to use the restroom. It's
right.
underneath under there.
So I'm just simply saying that's all I caught. And I was just thrilled that the bookie wasn't in trouble.
Yeah, I thought he was.
You guys thought he was out.
Absolutely.
I thought someone was hitting him.
I thought for sure.
I thought he was getting jumped too.
Yeah, but maybe Nick could shed some light because he did coach previous with this team. Do they steal signs?
I haven't been around any sign stealing. No.
All right.
No.
Good to know.
I can't say that.
Listen, if I coached a wiffle ball team, I'd be stealing signs. You can't trust me.
I wanted to ask him directly. He didn't answer me, so we know what the answer is.
They're not the Houston Astros.
Well, back to the action on the field. It is a 1-2 count with one out. That ball bounces in the dirt, 2-2. Again,
Matty Paul's up here, the number 3 hitter. So they got to get a couple of base runs here.
Yeah, this is the time that they have to do it. This is the meat of the order.
That hit his foot. That hurt him.
Oh yeah, that hurt.
Oh yeah, he's in pain.
That hurt.
Oh, there's nothing where and I think he's going to be okay. But anybody that's played baseball knows when you hit the ball off that inner part of your sole, right? Like the inside of your shoe. That's the most vulnerable part of the foot.
Is it?
Oh, it's horrible.
I would think the top of the foot.
When that ball comes down and hits like that
hurt.
side.
He's hurt.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
You know, my son asked me yesterday, I was at Dick's for that shin guard. You know what I told him? Get out of here.
Get out of here.
First, you got to hit the ball.
Oh, I see.
Show me you're hitting the ball more. You're not putting on a shin guard. And I guess that's what it protects.
Yeah, for right there.
Was that a shin?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? Even if the shin guard does have that protectant that goes down the side of your foot, so it would protect you. I mean, you think, like it's like when you go rollerblading the first time and you have like knee pads on and elbow pads. Do I really need all this stuff? And the soonest you take it off, right, you get hurt.
Break your
So it's one of those things where when a kid's like, "Hey, I want this," it's like sometimes they're not looking to look cool. Sometimes they are, but there's a purpose to it, right? And so we saw at that time on that pitch. So hopefully, he's all right and he's able to shake it off.
Yeah,
I'm still not buying him that guard.
Yeah, most kids like that.
I gave my best pitch for your son to get it, right? He was like, not happening. Okay.
You could see he doesn't have a son. And that's why he speak to him. No, he doesn't. And that's
no
why
kids.
No
kids. But I'm here for local sports, baby. None of it makes sense, right?
And you got the bookie.
Yeah, he got the bookie.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense
He
now.
didn't look right before the bookie. He might have did something with Greg Hills tonight.
100%. I know that they like the brown liquor in this part of town, so it's a good possibility that my man got into the hooch. In an 8-5 ball game, Greg Hills is going to have to do something against Big Dog on the mound in Donahue.
He looks like he's struggling to find the plate.
It's a 3-2 count now, one out. Greg Hills needs every base runner they can get as we are in the heart of this game. A ground ball hit left side of the infield, fielded by the shortstop, fires across the diamond in time.
That's the third put out. Sorry, I don't stutter, but that's the third put out that shortstop made. See how he came to the ball, Scott? That's what you got to tell Chase. Come to the ball.
Yeah, Chase has got a long way to go.
2 outs. This is when, even though we need a rally here, they want to rally, it gets tough right now. The kids start squeezing the bat a little tighter. The pressure's on.
And who's this, AJ
Here's a
Valentine?
ground ball that's fouled down
This is
first base line. 0-1.
Dylan?
Dylan Trottalone.
Yeah.
4-hitter.
Yeah, Dylan, he was the early pitcher. Another Tatis fan. All these kids are fans of San Diego.
I think they hear one kid say it and they just run with it.
Yeah?
Sorry, it happened again.
Well, Tatis got a lot of swag, Scott.
He does. That's why I think kids like my son like it. You keep killing me.
But they're not winning.
No, well, it's not all about winning, Nick. It's all about having fun, right?
Yeah, I guess if you're a Met fan.
Anybody that tells you that, it's a loser.
Here's the 0-2. Little dribbler back to the pitcher, turns, fires to first, arcing throw, gets him. 1, 2, 3 goes Greg Hills in the bottom of the 5th inning. I don't know what's going on in the drinking water on the North Shore, but they got to get something going. Snug with a 3-run lead. More All-Star Baseball when we come back. Nobody cares. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're out here. Danny Chanod, Nobody Cares Sports, Scott Sotero, Too Many Topics Media, Nick S.
Nick C.
Nick C.
Listen,
That
Dan,
was
some
always
people
wrong on
call
the
me
birthday
Big Nick,
card.
Little Nick, whatever you want to call me. Big Nick, Little Nick,
Big Nick.
Little
But I
Nick.
think well,
I get a lot of Little
during
Nick
our,
a lot.
During our commercial break, I think Nick did a little investigating on what happened on the field. So, Nick, why don't you let us in on
Awesome.
the mystery that happened at
The coach was debating 2 mound visits. So you can't, if you make 2 mound visits, the pitcher has to come out of the game.
Interesting.
Holy Hannah,
Oh,
did you
okay.
know that?
Okay, so I would that makes sense of it. Why was he over there if a time wasn't called, right? So it makes it seem as though if you were talking to your pitcher during a dead ball, that's a timeout.
Sounds a little bush league to me.
Mount, yeah, I never heard of that, but
Yeah, that's a little bush.
You're trying to start.
who are they trying to get out of the game? But
I don't know. If you want me to stay, I'll draw a line in the sand. I'll represent the North Shore in this conversation. I think you're all a bunch of cheaters out here.
I
Greg
think
Hills.
apparently you've proven that time and time again that you're from the North Shore. We're aware of it, Dan.
No, I know.
You know,
North Shore.
Nick just looked at me like I'm
Listen, I
dead
don't
to
mess
him
with
now.
No. Listen, you can't mess with North Shore guys.
I appreciate
Definitely
that,
could
Nick.
take a punch.
That's right. We've been through the ringer.
Yes.
Plus every time you come down here to the South Shore, you hear it you almost got to pay a toll.
But is this the South Shore? Is this considered the South Shore? We're in Great Hills.
I
It's
did
like-
stand up for a long time, and one of the big things I always said, Staten Island had a Mason-Dixon line. It was Newdorp Lane. So,
Really?
yeah, that's what I say.
Newdorp Lane.
Once you go past Newdorp Lane, you're South Shore. And it's almost like there are people that disagree with that, but it's the same logic, Nick, of once you go past Yonkers, you're in upstate New York to me. Okay? But there are people that live up in that area, like New Paltz. They're like, I'm not, in upstate New York. Yes, you're upstate.
Right.
So that's just my logic, right? So I'm like, this is South Shore to me.
This is South Shore.
Might not be South Shore to South Shore folk, but in my cryptid mind,
this
it
is
is.
South Shore. I think anything if you pass the mall, that's when it's not South Shore anymore.
Now back to the action on the field. Altoff on the hump here for great kills.
What has he got? 17 pitches? Is that what I'm looking at?
He's good. He's good to go. There's a pitch count, but they probably got a couple of days off before their next game.
I tell you, this first base coach is a little animated.
Super anime. I like it.
I do.
I love it,
I
actually.
love the passion.
The tenacity on both sides of the first base coaches, though. Like, the kid gets down to first, and he's coaching them as soon as, all right, kid, you got one out, be smart here on the base pads. They're not just, like, cheering them on. They're out there actively coaching the whole game. These guys a lot of credit, man.
I learned you have to always be talking to them. They're still kids. They're kids.
Yep.
You got to talk. You got to remind them all the time.
You think he's telling them to look out for the hidden bowl trick?
Awesome. Is that legal?
Yeah.
That's my favorite play.
Absolutely.
Did they know about it? They have to, right? What was that, Rookie of the Year? Was it? They did the hidden ball trick in that movie?
They did.
Or Little Big
The
League?
pitcher's got a big butt.
No, it was Rookie of the Year, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
this guy
a
looks
walk.
like- he looks like he means business on first base, so he could
can't
very
see
well
him.
be telling him how to defend against it. It's hard to defend against.
Yeah, it is. So, no outs. The leadoff man gets on here for Snug Harbor in the top of the 6th inning. They lead 8-5 over Great Kills on a beautiful and misty Friday night here in Staten Island.
Scott, you think the coaches before they come to the game get fitted their pants and everything? They look at themselves in the mirror really nice. Some of them they got the fitted golf type pants.
I will tell you, they do. These coaches do come, dressed to impress. I don't know what it is.
They dress better than me.
Yeah, I don't know if the. What did you just say?
They dress better than me. The coaches.
I understand.
A lot of people do.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say let's come on, pick it up. Yes, they do. They like to color coordinate with the team, and I like it. It shows that they care. You know what I do like too? This Great Kills team is moving. I like to see when the infield's always moving, the players are always moving. Baseball itself tends to be slow, so to see kids moving around a lot is nice. Look at this kid at
Yeah,
short.
ground ball. This could be 2. On to second now. First and safe. They don't get him.
That was a nice turn.
That was a nice play by the shortstop, Nico Anako.
Well executed and great hustle going down the line that time. Number 48 at a Snug Harbor trying to get a a name on them.
We did miss a double play earlier when our feed was down. Greg Hills did turn a double play.
Yeah, there was a lot of action when the feed was down. The place was going wild. So Nick Chiarelli at first now is going to be out at second base. After big-time hustle got him out of a force, he is now forced out at second. So 2 away here.
That's going to bring up Colin Donahue.
This is the big man. This is the pitcher. So he can help himself in this situation, but he's got a lot of work to do. No runners in scoring position. Just one man on here and 2 outs. I was so worried that they were actually yelling about all the wires and stuff like that on the field when there was time. I was like, that's it. We're ruined. We got kicked out of Great Hills Little League.
At the bookie.
You guys are the worst.
It's like, what is he saying?
You guys are the worst.
What could he possibly? He stole something. I said he's got 3 hats.
Bookie, blink twice if you're in trouble.
If Greg Hills loses, they're going to allow you back to do this again?
No, probably not.
No.
Absolutely not.
I'm lucky. They closed the gate on me. I couldn't even get to my camera during the game. No, trust me. This is over. Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah.
We did get the gate open.
We did.
No, you're right. There's a good chance that the company closes.
Local kid helped me jimmy that thing open.
You're on the South Shore.
Yep. Broke into the Snug Harbor dugout just like old times.
Yep.
Oh, we almost got hit.
Tried to steal the mascot.
1-2 is our count.
As he takes his lead off first.
That ball's going to get away. And moving on down to second base is the runner. So we've got a man in scoring position now with 2 outs.
Let's see what Colin can do here now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Can Donahue get the run in? That ball inside, thought Donahue, but the umpire says no, strike 3.
And the first baseman coach does not like the call.
Well, I tell you, it's not so much that he doesn't like the call. He's saying, hey, if you're going to get a pitch like that inside that arcs into the strike zone, don't be afraid to let it hit you, he's saying, right?
Oh, is that what
That's
he was
what
saying?
he said. He said, he said, hey, you're a big kid. The ball comes in like that. Don't duck out of the way and let that don't let the umpire bail him out, right? He threw it inside, let it hit you.
He wanted to give him like
honestly,
a hip thrust.
That's when you're a big target like that, I agree with that, right? You have to crowd the plate as much as possible and make it difficult for the pitcher. So that goes into baseball IQ and toughness,
age,
right? So it's difficult.
At this age, what I learned is the not even the plate, the outside corner or the inside corner, that line, the batter's box line, that's a strike.
Oh, gotcha.
These kids don't realize that the corner is a strike.
Yeah, and they get called in games like this. But what's more alarming is the fact that Danny Condone's getting 12-year-olds hit. Well, actually 11-year-olds hit by baseballs, which to me is fantastic.
Nobody Cares Sports Network is on another level. I will bash referees, accuse people of sign stealing, and say an 11-year-old has to lean into a fastball.
Absolutely. I didn't think I liked Jenny more than
No,
I did
I know.
before
The whole thing is like, how is this the only sports network in town? It's like, to be honest with you, you're welcome. This is the best sports network in town. Been waiting your whole life for this.
And thank you.
And you're welcome and thank you.
And thank you.
So, Nick, I know you mentioned earlier that you are just the proprietor of a local bus company, but I want to bring you on camera here to all the fine folks at home. So
I'm on TV.
Say hello, Nick. You're on TV right now.
Oh, I said it wrong. There's no more TV.
Oh, well, you're streaming now for all the world to see. So,
I didn't know
Nick
I would have did my hair.
From Nationwide Charter joining us in the studio tonight. Nick, man, we appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate
it.
Appreciate
it's because of you sponsoring stuff like this that we're even able to be here.
Anytime, anything for the community. It's all about the kids.
Absolutely. That's why we're here. We have a lot of fun and make a lot of light while we're here, but it's all about the kids at the end of the day, man.
That's it.
I wish I could look back like with me and my friends, who's not around anymore for whatever reason, is there's a drive up the middle by Valentine. He's going to get on base and start up this Great Hills rally here on the bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, do they need it. But to go back to the point, Nick, I wish I can watch video of me and my friends.
Imagine?
None of us went into the big leagues, right? But just to go back and watch you and your friends from 11 years old, I wish. So that's why I'm like, you know what? If the camera went out for one inning, no big deal. Let's get it back up. whatever we can get is valuable.
Absolutely, with another shot to left field.
And that's Ricky Berman.
Yeah,
Bang,
Ricky
bang. Great Kills
Ricky
getting a
Berman
rally
is-
going here, boys.
Ricky Berman is very hot.
Yep, first baseman coming through there now. Michael Gano's on now. Let's see what he can do. He's got one in scoring position.
Is Coach Mize bunting?
You think he's laying one down to move him
I
over?
hope not. They're down 3 runs. But
I
it
know.
might happen. Third baseman knows it. They may be stealing signs. He's up.
Look at him.
Look at him. He's creeping.
Look, and he's crashing.
He's crapping. But you know what? This is when you drive one over his head, Scott.
You guys, man, and your rumors.
No, I think that Nicky's onto something there.
Here's
oh,
the
there's
pitch.
the drive.
Swung on and driven into right field. It's a can of corn for the right fielder who fires into third. What a rope. A one-hopper freezes the runners in their position.
Coach Mize may be second-guessing himself there. Looks like.
Yeah,
look at him,
why
he's
didn't he
shaking his
tag
head.
up there?
Bro, did you see the cannon on that kid, though? It would have been a bang-bang play.
Really?
It would have been a bang-bang play. He one-hopped it.
Where'd he catch it?
It was shallow right field,
Okay.
like center of right field.
You can't go there, Scott. That
I
run,
did-
that run don't mean nothing.
Oh, yeah, but honestly,
He's got to get on.
I
Nico's
can't
gotta get
see.
on.
I thought maybe it was like
Yeah.
that.
No, it wasn't.
Foul
It wasn't
territory.
close to the warning track or
Yeah.
anything like that. It was. Like I said. It was a can of corn, and the right fielder had time to set and throw.
Nope, no good. Gotcha.
So it's 1-0 here. 2 men on and 1 out. Great Kills threatening, down by 3. Donahue deals. The ball gets away from the catcher for a moment, walks it out, and the runners freeze.
He called that a strike.
Get out of town.
He called that a strike.
Well, I'll give it to him later on. Hey, in the 6th inning, what are you kidding me?
I'm starting to think that the ump's a Met fan because all these Yankee fans like Michael are getting bad calls against him.
A lot of dancing going on the base pads, I could tell you that. Berman leading off first base.
Valentin off second.
Excellent color commentary.
Scott, what do you think that field ump's thinking right now? Like, I just want to go home and eat.
Yeah. What is he going to do with his...
I just want to go home.
I just want to go home. I umpired a Little League game, and that's all I thought the whole time. So I get it. Here's a dribbler to first base. There's 1. The runners will move to second and third now with 2 away. Snug Harbor could potentially get out of this jam, and this was a no-out first and second potential rally here, so big batter coming up here with first base open. Love to see how they play it out.
It was a good play by the first baseman. It was smart. Just get the out.
Now you got your boy Nico Iannacco.
He
right?
just grounded out.
Oh, that was him, the
yeah,
ground
he
out?
just grounded out.
It's hard to pay attention.
This is number 23.
Justin O'Donnell.
O'Donnell's up. Yes.
Yep. Justin O'Donnell's favorite food is Italian,
Yeah.
which I find that to be common these days.
Nobody likes. Well,
No,
I'll keep that to myself.
everybody likes steak pizza and steak and pizza in Italian and steak and pizza.
Or fried rice.
Any favorite movies out of these
No,
kids or
no, but
anything like that?
Dylan Trotalone, he likes chicken wings. Maybe
Oh, all right.
Maybe we'll bring the bookie
Chicken
over to have a
wings.
Well,
conversation.
him and the
with
bookie would get along famously. Here's the pitch. Swung on.
Oh,
And
That was gas.
Donnie, you thought he had that one. You
dug
saw
deep-
he thought he
dug
had
deep
that
into
one.
that one.
he
He's
sure
feeling
did.
it.
Yeah, he thought he had it.
Well, he's got plenty in the tank, boys. So it's 1-2, 2 outs. 1 pitch away from working out of a jam. My man was walking off the mound like the way you walk in a putt, right? He was like, I don't care if the ump calls strike 3, that's strike 3.
He called his own strike.
Donahue sets, deals, and fires. Ground ball, left side of the infield, fired by the shortstop in time.
Shortstop made plays all day. Oh, it's a different shortstop. That's Althoff made that play. They must have moved. That was the pitcher. Is that Althoff?
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen,
Snug Harbor has come in here tonight and gotten it done against the tough Great Kills opponent in an 11U game that saw it all. A slugfest from the very start, and in the end, Great Kills just comes up short. They had the tying runner at the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. No more that you can ask for in terms of an all-star game. Gentlemen, it was great.
Question to you.
Answer.
Question to you. Coach Myers is going to coach a game tomorrow at 12 o'clock, my son's team. We have 2 games tomorrow. How does he react? Is he hung over from this game? This loss? This is a big game. What does playing baseball in Jersey mean?
I don't know. Yeah, you bring up a valid point, and You mind being on camera, Scott?
Not at all.
So a big shout out to everybody that tuned in there today. What's up, everybody? Danny Chanod sitting here, Scott Cetero. We've got Nick from Nationwide here, Big Nick, Little Nick, whoever you want to call him. You call him when you need a bus. And my man is going to make sure you get one and you're satisfied with it delivered. Isn't that right, Nick?
We'll take care of you.
We'll take care of you.
Just say, we'll take care of you.
That's the kind of people that we want involved with this network supporting community sports. It was a great night.
Because that was all one word,
Yeah.
Take care of that.
Take care.
Yeah, of you.
Take care of that. I understand why some people are like, is that having an epileptic fit? No, it's fine.
Just taking care of you.
You didn't see me do that yet.
Hey, Bookie, great job tonight. I just want to give you a
Bookie
little
did a hell of a job.
Great job there.
Way to be.
Coach Myers may need an escort to his car.
Yeah.
Did the bookie help him?
Yeah,
Sure.
you think there's going to be a rowdy crowd out there?
It may be a rowdy
Get
crowd.
that
There's a
done.
rowdy crowd
They may
out
be
there.
coming from left field, and there'll be like a meeting point, and he may need help.
We just got the nod from the Prez. He said all good.
All good. Well, I tell you what, man. Snug Harbor came in tonight. They won 8-5 in front of a packed house. We're here all weekend. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, 7:30, we're broadcasting girls. Isn't that right? Girls softball?
Yes, we're going to host the 11-year-old Great Kills versus right here, Snug Harbor again.
Awesome.
And then we'll be here again Sunday night
Sunday night.
with
Am I-
the
am I
10-year-olds.
allowed back?
Oh, absolutely.
You wanna come back?
Am I allowed?
If you ain't got nothing to do, you're welcome. I just figured you want to lose this number as quick as possible. Yeah, that's all right. I
You
knew
will be
it.
the first to return. That's fantastic.
All right. Well, no, we'd love to have
and
Nick.
Sunday night, we're back with the 10 boys.
That's right.
Against South Shore, which is going to be a great game.
We got the 10 boys on Sunday. So Saturday night, 7:30, it's girls all-star game between Great Kills and Snug Harbor. Kind of a double feature between these two leagues. Sunday night, we do it again where Great Kills hosts South Shore. Truly, South Shore, Staten Island comes to visit. No debate. And, of course, we might have a little bit of bonus footage on Sunday morning, so make sure you like and subscribe to Nobody Cares Sports on the YouTube channel. Gentlemen, give me some closing remarks tonight. I know you wanted Great Kills to come out on top. They fell a little bit short, but they fought the whole time, didn't they?
And that's all you got to ask for, right? When these kids come out and they put their heart on the line, they leave it all out on the field. It's just a great night of baseball. It was a pleasure being here again, Danny, as usual.
Always a pleasure. Nick?
I thank you for this. I'm a little nervous. I didn't know what to expect, what to do. I didn't prepare.
Well, what?
Maybe next time I will prepare.
No.
Nah, just
You're
come
not
into
allowed
it.
to prepare.
No.
I don't care.
Listen, all I could say is it's hopefully the kids learn from it. It's pool play, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters in placement, but they
Right.
won't make the playoffs. Listen, Great Kills is 0-3 right now. I mean, normally Great Kills ain't predicted to be 0-3 in any age group, so I guess they got their work cut out for
Yeah, they
them.
got a little work ahead of them.
Well, you know what? History doesn't repeat itself. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but you learn from it. And hearing Great Kills, there is a top dog in town, and it is not the home team. So a little bit of a bitter taste in people's mouths tonight, but have no fear. There'll be another chance to get back on top tomorrow as we have the girls' games. And letting everybody know, if you're unfamiliar with the Little League, it's all-star season, baby. So it ain't just this field. It's every field out here at Great Kills and every field out here across Staten Island hosting all-star events. So get out there and support. You know, Nick from Nationwide, he's out here supporting this live broadcast. But if you want to go out and support local sports, you know, there's a multitude of ways to get involved. And, you know, we encourage you to do so because local sports is coming back on the rise. And we're just, you know, documenting a little bit of it. Nobody cares.
Support the kids.
That's right, man. Support the kids.
It's all about the kids.
Nick, checks in the mail. You know you don't get paid, right?
I don't?
No.
Nope.
No, he answered for me quickly, right? So,
I got an empty
what?
Gatorade to prove it.
You told me that there would be
I got
some
a
sort
couple of kids.
He drank the cold part.
No, there won't be anything, but we will need a bus,
problem.
possibly to Atlantic City, not to take us to a casino, to like a zoo so the bookie could bet on animals, all right? So tune in tomorrow night, everybody. On behalf of Danny Chanod, Nobody Cares Sports, Scott Sotero from Too Many Topics, Nick from Nationwide Bus Chartering, we hope you have a lovely night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.